And we are live. Can we hear me still? We can still hear me. I'm in live chat. Taking the rings off. Those rings were a lie. They were just the ones closest to me that I had that I could grab. Oh, except for one. This one here is not completely a lie. This one here we're going to do something with. Kind of going to wait for some peoples, but yeah. Anyway, there I was. Doing my live stream. There we are. Hi, Iris. How are you? I just wanted to see something because, like, I remembered Anomaly once, and yeah, rings were the topic. So I'm seeing if it might be possible to recreate it, and if so, maybe the algorithm has something to do with that. I don't know. I didn't say anything about rings or tutorials in that one, but so first lesson, you have yourself a ring and it's too big. I guess this is too big for one of my customers. They brought it back for that reason. And so what I'm going to do, hey, Lisa. What, you were watching a video on why the Sith can never achieve their goals when they manage to take over the entire universe several times? That's an interesting theory. How's it going, Lisa? You were here recently, I want to say. Anyway, on this, you start out with a piece of half round, or even round, it don't matter. You take it to the bottom and fold like that. Then you then you start doing the special thing where you just start looping it through. Now, the thicker the half round is, the more of a ring size it will take down. I am starting with 24 gauge half round because she didn't want much taken off this ring. I mean, for like several thousand years under the one guy, after, I mean, technically he controlled the last Skywalker even for a good amount of time. Disney will probably like retcon all that, but still. Palpatine, I would say he achieved Sith plans. Darth Bane did a pretty good job. Oh, wow. I mean, Palpatine is one, but no, there's after Palpatine, there's a Jedi in the books. He was a Jedi who was actually alive during Order 66, and he went back to his people, which were the Sand People on Tatooine. Ubers are awesome. Yes, Sabella. But yeah, he ended up basically gaining a form of immortality dang near and ruling for like 1,000 years or something. A really long time. The Sith like totally abandoned the rule of two, but definitely Sith. Darth Bane, again, he succeeded in his plans. We implemented the rule of two. Yeah, I would definitely say that they succeed. Even Palpatine did manage to like completely destroy the Jedi. He just didn't realize that, like, I guess it wasn't as much Palpatine as it was God damn it, Anakin just finally fulfilling his role as the chosen one to bring balance to the Force. Really think about it, like there were two Sith, and then Yoda and Obi-Wan. I mean, I guess there were a couple other that were stragglers out there that survived, but those were the main Jedi left over. I bet if you would count the Inquisitorius, it would be about right. Star Wars, Lisa, I'm sorry. It got brought up. We can like switch to any topic, and yeah. If I don't know anything about it, I'll shut up and I'll just wrap rings. I was actually more talking about the books, but there are the TV shows too. Honestly, like the Clone Wars, in my opinion, like I was not a big Star Wars fan until they came out with the Clone Wars. I was not that huge on it. So yeah, we just keep wrapping this around. Although there is something I'm not quite liking about it. I didn't pick a quite big enough piece, but we'll see if that has any effect. I don't want to have to solder this thing, honestly. Rebels was interesting. So yeah, and then that's it. Boom. You've resized your ring depending on how big your ring is, uh, and what type of half gauge wire you round. Sabella, that's wow. Alrighty, and cut. Did he cut? So the next style ring that I'm going to do is going to be one we discovered the other day. Actually, we're going to do 2 different variants of it. That is what looks to be in the makings. All right. So, what I'm going to need is some half round, 20 gauge, some square, 20 gauge, and we'll work with that for now. All right, so and fix my tripod too. Someday I'll do that. Ring method number 1. I wonder how many rings I can pop out here tonight in copper. Let's see. Anybody want a copper ruby ring? Or sterling? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, forever hold your peace. Yeah, Amanda was interesting, that's for sure. So, for this type of a ring, what we do is we set up my camera first and foremost. This is why. I apologize for my camera being nothing but a constant stream of guts and failures. We're ending that now. Okay, so what I'm going to do for my camera is I'm going to stretch a piece of wire out real quick. Boom. Oh, really, Lisa? Lisa, is it worth $5 to you? And shipping. That's all I'm asking. $5 in shipping. First, we are going to... Now, this is a trillion ring. So, it's a little complicated how it's got to be done. because you gotta keep some triangular shape going to a point, and at the bottom that's a bit tricky. That's I just went through a move. I understand, Lisa. If here's the cool thing. One of these days, when actually, well, hit me up on in the comments, and we'll get you. We'll get you taken care of. We'll get you a ruby ring. Synthetic rubies are pretty easy to come by. Problem is, I don't know for 100% fact that that's a synthetic. I am really hoping it's a synthetic. However, I know that one's a synthetic. We could just use this one. Let's use this one. We're just going to use this big old honker right here. So what you do for a big old... Well, no, we're not. Because that big old honker, if I use that... becomes problematic. We'll use a slightly smaller big old honker. Is that? This is a small little heart script. And we just twist around the bottom of it. And we figured this out like kind of in a live stream the other day. Well, after seeing one as well, though, like I know I ran across somebody doing something like pretty much exactly like this. So once we get it all shaped up, with the nice little ruby in the middle, then we need a ring mandrel. So we take the ring mandrel, and we take it to whatever size it is that we want it to be made. Now, one thing I almost just forgot is you'll notice one side's like there and the other side's way up here. So what you'll do is you'll bend this side flat down, and then you'll bend it right back up. Kaboom. Yeah, that's how we do this here. And then we just angle both to be, yeah. And then we go find ourselves a spot on the thing, the mandrel, and we swing ourselves around. Now, when you're making rings on a mandrel, something you want to keep in mind is if you start in the middle and take one piece and then the other piece, you just stay on whatever side they're on, and they won't overcross each other or anything, and that'll keep them really neat. And then you just got to worry about keeping the if you're using square, keeping the wire straight. Square looks really good when you're doing these types of rings. Then you come up over to the top here. And we actually twist both of these going in the same way. And it basically reinforces the ring itself. Am I off screen again? That's what I do, guys. Go off. And then we end it so it's like we have it like this. And then we can just easily twirl this right through the bottom. And then up over and underneath again. And before we get too crazy on one side, we'll go to the other and we'll do the same thing. Now, one thing is if you keep these so they have a flat side, they just give you this nice, like, even and symmetrical kind of look, and that can be very important. I made a flippin' ton of these this week, and this summer I expect to make a ton more. I'm hoping to be making a Moldavite order here tomorrow. And Lisa, like, seriously, just leave a comment and we'll discuss it and we'll figure something out. Like, we got rubies. Moldavite is a really, really cool thing. I thank you for asking. I love talking gemstones. So Moldavite there we go. Of course, is bottom row. All right. So this is Moldavite. Moldavite is a glass that was formed in the atmosphere. Over Germany and the Czech Republic after a giant meteorite smashed into Germany, and that smashing liquidated or liquefied and vaporized all this silica, turning it into molten glass. And it ended up raining back down all over this place. It's named after the Moldova Valley in what is now the Czech Republic. It like used to be its own little, I don't want to say country, but like province or something to that effect. Moldavite is purported to have strange spiritual properties and energetic properties. I would like to give a disclaimer. We are not claiming that Moldavite has any ability to do anything. I am merely, yeah. Legends say that Moldavite can do things like accelerate your destiny and cleanse your karma in an accelerated rate. Now, this can be good and bad depending. I have been surrounded by gemstones, and Moldavite has been one of them. Things have gone pretty decently for me, but I don't know. It's been a roller coaster sometimes, so. But I'm here, and things are going all right. I'm sorry, Iris. But yeah, so I'll be getting ordering a shipment of Moldavite this weekend. Boom, there's your ruby ring. Now that's one way to do a faceted stone. I agree, Lisa. And I wonder about Moldavite. Like, because, I've gone from not knowing how to do anything to making things like this in such a short period of time that it's just insanity. So, second method of making rings. Let's go. I need a bead. So let me grab a bead real quick. Actually, I'm going to need beads for tomorrow, so I'm just gonna grab the giant box of beads. Because I'm sick of forgetting beads for my damn shows. And yeah. So I've seen different ways of going about doing what I do. I'm going to show you a fairly easy method today of making what will appear to be, it's a cheap wannabe diamond ring. Boom. Okay, beads. Ooh. Got to be careful with all these beads and get ahead of you. Someday I gotta open this bag of beads. It's probably all glass beads, but seriously. Oh yeah, you're good, Lisa. All right, so we grab ourselves a length of copper. Iris, how you doing over there? You doing okay? Oh man, I got 2 opportunities here. So, because I really, really want to take advantage of one of the opportunities that is given to me at this moment, well, fuck me. I need a bag. Where's the bag? I got bags all over the place. How do I not have a freaking bag right now? There we go. Boom, baggie. Cool. Take this. Pop. Boom. Who knows? We might make more. Okay. So let's do diamond ring method 1, yeah? Or well, not diamond ring, but really cheap, quick to make imitation of a diamond ring. So you take yourself one of these little crystals here. That it's a bead, crystal bead. I seriously just hate my camera setup. Okay. And you got yourself your 20 gauge wire, square. And from here, what you do is you put the bead right in the middle. Well, there's only so well you can do that part. You put your bead in the middle, you bend your wire straight down like that on each side. Then you bend each wire down at the bottom of the bead to a 90-degree angle, giving it room to go out. And this is like, if you get yourself amethyst or other beads, and I guess maybe not necessarily a 90-degree angle, plenty of different angles will work. But yeah, this can be a really, really cool method. And then you take and you put it on your ring dowel. There, we'll just hide. My med. God damn it. This is why I am not a pro. Okay. And once again, keeping the wire as straight as possible. So keep whatever flat side you start with on the ring mandrel, on the ring mandrel the whole way around. And you go to a full circle, you stop, and you make yourself a twist. You just twist both sides. Maybe going up just a little. Now, there are two ways that this can be done. Actually, there are more ways than I can count that this can be done. I've done some really, really cool wraps for rings. Like, now I am noticing one of my wires seems to be trying to cross, and so I'm going to uncross it before I press down, getting these two to be pretty much with each other from that point. Also, you can size it, and they can size together. There we go. Boom. And yeah, so from here, we have quite a secure little ring. Come on, give me it. All right. One way to embellish this is to twist the wire back up on itself. Yeah. And keep twisting it a little bit. And then as it comes out, hello everyone. I apologize. My lights decided that they were going to do their thing. Oh, and my phone. All at the same time, of course. So, what I'm going to do... Okay. Where is that? So I'm going to have to... Yeah, I know, right? Wasn't that cool? There. Yeah, we had some... We're having technical malfunctions right now. You know, I would keep with this, but I don't know how... it's not bad. I don't know. Any complaints? Yep, I see complaints. Okay. So we will do that then. Is that better, everybody? Yeah, I saw the freaking ratings drop all of a sudden. I was like, no, we're not doing that. Hola. Damn. So yeah, after we get done swirling it around, we bring it down and tie it once to the ring band. And there we go. We have a little ring. Jesus. Kinda. It's it'll always be on Fridays and it'll always be about this time. But it'll usually be 8 to 9 it'll start. But we officially start after Yvonne Williams ends hers. Just so that I'm not conflicting, because a lot of my fans are fans of hers. and I'm also a fan of hers, so I kind of like to hang out in her live stream, and then afterwards, she has an after party, and then after that after party, I go live. So we have ring method 3 now. Cut us a good amount of wire. And take bead number 1, bead number 2, and then the second of bead number 1. Oh, wow. Those aren't the same. Of course they aren't. How was I thinking? Nah. This is why I have trash. Okay. My apologies on that. We will take. No, she is vending at Dragon Con this week. And so I decided to kind of change it up a little bit. Especially since, you know, she wasn't having one at all. I might as well. All right, so we take and put 3 beads on this time around. And you do kind of want these in the middle if you can. Middle-ish. And same thing where you want the ring shanks to be flat against the there we go. So yeah, that same trick I showed you with the last ring, but instead of it being a 1 stone, her older tutorials are what I started on, Lisa. Like, I can't recommend them enough. Because, like, especially when you have nothing else to do with your life, it feels like you got someone chilling with you, talking with you, and that's really nice. You don't feel so alone. So, we take and put those together like that. Then we simply wrap. All right, so next is a little more complicated. I've shown you 2 pretty simple wraps. The next one is complicated enough that, like, I almost feel like it's not worth doing unless I'm doing it in sterling silver. And so on that note, well, all right, channel vote. Do I keep doing rings? I think I should keep doing rings. I feel like we've been doing all right doing some rings tonight. See, Lisa, that's kind of how I am too. That's actually exactly how I am. I've just been building a small business around it. Slowly but surely. Except for I got a cat. And I guess I have some motivation to keep going, but yeah, it's rough. Well, right now what I need in my inventory is customers. A dwarf cat. What is a dwarf cat? That sounds amazing. Sorry. Me and cats. Iris, she has a dwarf cat. I don't even know what that is, but I'm in love with the dwarf cat now. Like, does it have attitude? Please tell me it has attitude. Like, I'm imagining a little kitten right now, and I would probably be sorely disappointed. Okay, maybe I wouldn't be disappointed. Another way you can, so when you're doing these 3 stones, one way you can kind of strengthen things is when you're tying off, you can criss and cross. If you do it right. Give me 1 second here. Now, I have done this and it just didn't come out a couple times. But and that's the cool thing about this wrap. Like I love this wrap so much because of how versatile it is. I can remake the same ring 30 times, or I can just start the same way 30 times and make 30 different rings. It's really up to just my imagination when it comes to what I decide I'm going to make with it. That's going to be it. That checks out. Dwarf cat for the win. By the way, I want to thank all the lurkers who are watching. I don't have my own social media, but you are welcome to follow me, Celestial Reach, or at Celestial Reach on Insta and TikTok. Alleluia 406, I do believe, on Reddit. And celestialreach.etsy.com, where you are welcome to make purchases. I do not have these types of... Wow, that really turned out well. Like, seriously. I want to do like 10 of those. I'll just do them tomorrow. But yeah, celestialreach.etsy.com, where you can get a hold of me. I will happily make you anything that you may want. It's your call. Like, yeah. So, I need more wire, guys. Hello, Leandra. How are you today? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. Okay, more wire. Sorry, guys. With my hip, it is really difficult to actually get up and get the wire. So it's like, well, since I'm up here, I might as well cut several pieces. Just make sure I have enough wire for whatever it is I decide to do. which is totally in the air. If anybody has something that they might want to see, I can do it. It did come out great, didn't it, Leandra? Yeah, and hey, there's no pressure. I also want to say, like, do not feel pressured to make purchases. If you want to, you are welcome to. At the same time, this channel is here for me to share what I do with the world. Because, you know, it's one thing, like, buying a pendant from me is costly. I did move. This is the new place. It is a lot smaller. You know what? I know a ring type we can do. I got it. We're gonna need a bunch of 28 gauge wire. Cut it off. Where's it at? Cutters. Yeah, we've been doing okay. There was a big festival downtown on Wednesday. And so we went downtown and set up our booth, and that went good. Yeah, Meow Meow's chilling somewhere. He was in my drawer of the desk earlier. He's just doing cat things somewhere in the house because he pretty much owns the place. Okay, so we're going to make a very simple ring. But it looks good, and it's very common, actually. It's a very, very common wrap that I'm about to do here. So I'm going to take what I call a bow pull. And a bow pull is like, you know, you have a bow, and you pull up to your cheek. Yeah. So I'm going to take 3 bow pulls. Yeah, maybe 2. We'll go with 2.5. 2 bow pulls of 28 gauge wire. 2.5 bow pulls, 28 gauge wire. And then I'm going to snag myself. I've got a little piece of aquamarine that I can use in this. They're just all so great. I don't want to use any of them. Okay, we're going to use this little piece of aquamarine. So, starting in the, not quite the middle, actually, we're going to give ourselves more wire on this one. Because we're going to start with the ring length to go. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap once, twice. Then once we come over, what will happen is we'll wrap around one side once, and then we'll wrap around the other side once. And this is coming underneath from the back up over the top towards us. Yeah, he's I think he's gotten okay with it. I actually, if you look on my my channel, you'll find a short, I believe. If not, it's on the Reddit and probably will be on the Tiki soon, of a cat collar I made out of sterling silver 14. I inlaid a 14 karat gold kitty paw into it, and then a diamond up on the side of it. I'll be honest, I was trying to do 2 diamonds, but I effed up one side of it. Checks out. It's just how it goes, you know? And so we're going to do this weave, and it takes a little bit. Like, this is not a, like, I can bust this ring out in 5 minutes weave. 1, 2. Shit, that lady never got a hold of me with her ring size. Right on. Yeah, Lisa. I don't remember if I showed him wearing it or not, but yeah, he seems happy here. Yeah, he doesn't actually wear the thing. I was showing it off, but I need to get him a breakaway collar first. Now, this ring design that I'm doing right now is actually a very, very popular design for festivals and stuff. With that said, it's not like, so these here, depending on which ring or what I'm using, but these are like $5 a pop. Versus what I'm making now is like a $40 ring, upwards into 60 if I'm using sterling silver. And that can be harder to sell. Did I? Okay, yeah, he's a good kitty. And this is only one way to do the band. You can technically do this band in any way that you want to do it. It's just the problem with it is it's a band. Now, somebody's going to get lucky, I have a feeling, because there is someone out there who wants one of these rings and nobody ever makes it in their size. They always make them too big. You know, unless it's a custom, but that person is probably too shy to actually ask for the custom. Oh yeah, I do weekly farmer markets, and then any other thing that I can find to do, I will do. Locally. I have trouble traveling. Yes. My bad on that. I'm actually at a starting point right now. So, see here. The wire will come up and it will come over the 2 wires, and you will do that once and then twice. Come on. Then as you're coming down, you want to go around just the front one. And then you go around just the back one. And then you repeat. I'm sorry. I really suck with this camera so bad. And it is like near impossible for me to sit like normal people for more than like 5 minutes. Hell, this chair is killing me. But yeah, so you got the once, and then you do it again. There's twice, and then you come up around the first one, and then you go up around the back one. And boom. That's a really simple, and like you can take half round and just do a band that way. Before I end this stream, I will try to show everyone how to do a bracelet too. Like we'll just go ham on this stream. Please draw people in if you can. Like I'd love sharing what I do. Was that good enough, Lisa? It often helps if you have wire to practice with me. Like if I knew people had wire in their hands, I'd probably, all my people watching would probably, the rest of them would leave because I'd be so slow waiting for anybody and repeating myself if need be. But yeah, like I don't know if you know what a samurai sword hilt looks like, but it looks like that on one side, and then on the other side, it looks different. Yeah, it's a cool wrap. Okay. Good luck with your move. You're brave, Lisa. My wire was the last thing I packed. Oh, no, I take that back. My gemstones were the last thing I packed. I want to do a random giveaway. Everybody who is in the live stream right now, just a heads up, I will be doing a random giveaway at the end of the stream. Also, my previous winner, I tried to get a hold of you, Connie. I think the pendants are sitting in inbox, ready to go to the post office Monday. I apologize for the wait. Please email me if you see this video before Monday. And let's chat. I'd like to make it up to you. I really appreciate your patience. Since the other winner never got back to me, you automatically win both pendants. I think it was Connie. I could be wrong. It might be Bonnie. I'm. My life is a wreck. But yeah. The end of the live stream, basically all you have to do is I will say make your name appear at that point in the chat. and then set up a dice roll or something silly like that. That's what I do. Love dice rolls. See, I totally understand that, Lisa, but at the same time, like, it's not like you're able to work all day long. You need to sit down and take a break once in a while. Hell, I knew I was like, I finished 5 pendants up within 2 days and then started moving, and I didn't finish anything up the rest of the move. And I knew that was going to happen, but I still had things to wrap. By the way, want to show this off again. This, ladies and gentlemen, was used. I polished this making a tutorial. It's like 40 minutes long. It's not a short tutorial, but it's a tutorial on polishing and how to make your pieces look like this. Because, I mean, first off, I want to take a second. Look at that back. Like, yeah. You make anything look good. Oh, I forgot to mention something too. I'm going to have to put it in the description. But yeah, so tomorrow, 4:30 Mountain Time, that will be premiering. Please come by for the premiere. We would love to chat with people. It's 8:30 Mountain Time now, so that's like basically 20 hours from now. We will be doing that polishing tutorial. That polishing tutorial will work on any solid metal, be it copper, be it silver, be it gold, as long as it is not plated. When you do it, it will make things look amazing. Oh, hey, my music died. Give me 1 second here. All right, sorry this is taking so long, but this ring is getting close. It's totally going to be worth it. Anybody in the crowd looking for a aquamarine and copper ring? If so, throw me a monetary offer. You never know. I probably will accept. Can't hurt to try. And a ring size. Since I'm making it right now, like I don't mind this going into inventory, but if somebody in the crowd wants it, please let me know. I would definitely do it for like, this is a nice piece of aquamarine. It's like $30. I don't know. Let me talk. So that's the thing. If I say 35, you get free shipping, and with the cost of shipping these days, you would be better off if I said it was a $35 ring. Nah, I wouldn't do that. This isn't something that needs to be insured and sent in 2-day small USPS priority mail freaking airmail box. Yeah, and man, I feel so bad. That was like a month ago she won that, and I have been that freaking busy. Like I feel horrible. I am behind on that and 2 custom pieces. Unfortunately, this has got to be big enough. Let's see what size this will make. Yeah. Make a 5. Won't make a 5 yet, and that's what I'm trying to aim for at the moment. Is I would like this to at least make a size 5 ring. But I'm not far away from it. So we're almost done with the band. Yeah, I gotta start putting more of these like different types of wraps into these. I think that would look like really good if this had that type of a pattern and then polished. Sabella, yeah, no, we're doing pretty good. Did you share this, Sabella? I'm teaching how to make rings right now. Different types of rings. This is that hippie, the hippie tourmaline one. Thank you, Sabella. And yeah, I do appreciate anybody who is willing to give the channel a like and a subscribe. It really, really helps. Again, also on Reddit, I mean, surf the wire wrapping sub for like 3 days back worth of content, and you should find something of mine. Also, there's the wait, what the hell? How does that keep happening? TikTok, and we have the Etsy where, you know, like even just sharing items that I have on my Etsy, like the videos on your social media, really does me a solid. It's hard to explain how big of a solid that does me. So again, thank you everybody. I appreciate all of you just for being here, for lurking, for learning, for loving yourself. I hope you love yourself. All right, so we have this band. I'm calling this band good enough now. Period. So, next step, we take band. We split up at the top of the shanks. We still got wire. Cool. Here we are. We got this. I'm going to kind of realign this a bit. And then there will be 3 dots that are connected, like on my Etsy, celestialreach.etsy.com. There will be 3 dots on that or on any item I have that are connected by a line. And if you click on those, it will give you the option to share, and then you can just like take advantage of the share on like Facebook option. That your phone, like pretty much all phones, just automatically have that in. Facebook's marketing campaigns have been so crazy. Kelly, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for showing up. How are you doing today? And then yeah, you can just boom. No news that I know of. She did put out that one thing earlier today, but I haven't seen it myself. All right, so here is how we're gonna do this. Now that we have this, we're going to wrap circles around 1. So, sorry, we're going to coil 1 wire. Oh, congratulations, Kelly. And then we're going to wrap it around both. Now, here's the odd thing about what's about to happen. After doing that on this side, I'm going to switch which wire I'm wrapping around. You don't have to do that. It's just going to be my like touch to how this ring goes. But I'm going to do a 4-2 pattern. And I'm gonna get it squared up real quick. Square it out. And then yeah, we'll do a 4-2. So when I say it's a 4-2, that means I coil around what's known as the base wire 4 times, and then I coil around both wires twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to tighten it a little bit. Just push, kind of slide it down into the other wires. And then 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right on. Lisa, I apologize. Celestialreach.etsy.com. Will take you to my Etsy. How do I not have that like linked in? Shows you like how pro I am. Like I could have totally put that in the description, but no, I didn't think of it. Okay, so I'm gonna switch sides real quick. Oh, sorry. I had to shift my body and it did not appreciate how I've been sitting. 1, 2. My shoulder does not appreciate how I'm wrapping either. 3, For name is Izzy. I'm gonna call her Isabella. Her rescue person says she's hard of hearing, so are my kids. I think it's gonna ignore mommy. That's adorable, Kelly. I hope you're excited. Like, I don't know. I remember when when I came here, I sent the landlord of this new place a message saying, like, hey, everyone left the house cat at the place that I lived behind, and I can't leave him here. They're bulldozing the house. I would like to keep him, but I'm not going to let an animal jeopardize the only housing opportunity I've been able to secure in over a year of searching. So I figured I would talk to you. If you tell me to, I will take him to we have a non-kill shelter here. And like when he messaged back saying yes, like if I would have been able to jump at the time. Yeah, Kelly, they that house is like busted up and old, and it was poorly built anyway. And so like the only use that they could get out of it was the owner was using it as that transitional living house. And because of that, like when the property value skyrocketed, he was just like, screw it, it's not worth it anymore. I'm just gonna sell the place. And I don't blame him, I would have sold it too. It just sucked to be me in that instance. Yeah, definitely an awesome landlord. Here, I'm really stoked about and the interesting thing about this place, and I'm not 100% sure, but like I went out of my way to like find when I was trying to find the last place, I had applied at everything, and I was applied outright first month. We would fill the rest of the rooms, and because like housing is so hard here, I was like, within a month I'll have the house filled. And he wanted it filled before he would say yes, and I just couldn't ethically put out an advertisement for a place I didn't have because he didn't guarantee me the place either. And so it was weird because then I got a hold of him basically to tell him I couldn't do it and I didn't want to waste his time anymore, and that I appreciated the guy. And he was like, well, what do you think about a 2-bedroom and a duplex? And I was like, man, that'd be better than a 6. I am so sick of running these large occupancy houses. And he was like, okay, I will sign the papers on Monday or something like that. And I keep going over it in my head. I'm like, did this like really nice guy, knowing that I just couldn't catch a break no matter how hard I've been trying to get my life together, this guy just go buy another freaking apartment to rent to me? And like, I don't know that that's the case. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. If it is, like, I mean, the fact that he rents it to me no matter what is just super saintly. Like right now, they're still fixing the place upstairs up so that he can charge more for the rent on it, I think. But like as soon as he got the people out of the downstairs, and he gave them a month because I mean, like I didn't argue with him. I told him if they needed it, like feel free to give him an extra 2 months. I didn't want somebody out on the streets dealing with what I was dealing with. But I I mean, he just doesn't seem like the guy to do that to somebody either. So I'm sure they have a place. But yeah, he just like super nice gentleman. And caring. Super nice and caring gentleman. Traits not often found these days. All right. Boom. Cool. So here we are. We have this piece. We have locked in the rock. And we're going to secure each side down now by twisting both wires through Yeah, Leandra. And like the crazy thing is he didn't even like argue or anything. He was like, yeah, go ahead and keep him. Just, make sure litter box, all that stuff. Like it wasn't a fight, or I didn't have to offer more money, nothing. And I was prepared to. I was prepared to offer a pet deposit. Hell, I still am. Like, if he were to get a hold of me and be like, hey, would you mind putting down a few $100s for the pet deposit? Since that wasn't in our original, lease, I'd totally be like, yeah, man, I totally understand that. I mean, don't get me wrong, my wallet would fucking hate it, but I would understand that as like a fellow businessman myself, like hedging your possible risks and losses is important. Yeah, no, I jokingly, not so jokingly, told him when I was signing the lease, and he was telling me like he's in the middle of a move too, so he kind of understood what I was going through, and I was like, yeah, I was really hoping I might be able to convince you to do a 5-year lease. He just laughed it off. We'll broach that subject again in the future. I don't know that I can get him to do a 5-year lease, but maybe, let him know I understand that the cost of rent may have to be adjusted year by year. Stuff like that. Just show that like I absolutely understand the business side of all of it. Oh, that is so nice. Thank you, Kelly. I don't see it happening, but if I'm ever put in that position, I'll remember you. we If I'm put in that position, you'll know, because and like if I can't afford it, I will do a massive sale on my Etsy. And actually, like recently, we had a week-long 40% off sale. It wrecked me. I lost some pieces that I really did not want to sell for no 40%, but at least my bank account got stabilized. So if it comes to that, like I always try to make sure to offer some sort of remunerations when people are kind enough to assist me in my life endeavors. Anyway, sorry about the like long stories and blah blah blah. Yeah. So there I was wrapping this aquamarine ring. we've got it secured down. So what I'm going to do with this wire is I'm going to wrap it another time. And then, let's see here. Yeah, that is not the most stable. And I don't like it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tie this one off and also cut the other one off, and then I'm going to get myself some different wire maybe. I don't know. I don't want to make I hate making super thick stuff, but I kind of know what I need to do here. So yeah, got sidetracked a bit. So what I'm going to do, and I want to take a quick second to thank everyone who is here right now. Lisa, I can totally understand that. So Meow Meow isn't my cat. I kind of moved into his house, and I do like that cat. I like that cat a lot. I have also been homeless for a long time, and I knew where homelessness was going to lead me. I have some pretty significant problems when I end up being a homeless person. One of which includes certain illicit painkillers. And I would rather never go back to that again. I would make sure that cat is taken care of and safe no matter what, but I could not risk being on the streets ever again because I cannot risk. I mean, I want to keep going to college. I've got a small business, and a cat that I've known 4 months just isn't worth risking on me. I know that's probably really heartless sounding, but like 5 years ago, I was standing on Las Vegas Boulevard holding a sign. Oh, it was his house, period. His previous owner several years ago had died somewhere in that neighborhood, and he just like moved into this because like I said, it was a re-entry house basically. But yeah, 5 years ago I was standing on Las Vegas Boulevard, the strip in Vegas, holding a cardboard sign that said "fuck you" with a smiley face on it so that I could afford a fairly expensive heroin habit. And I never want to go back to that again. I'm doing good now. We're following, which is what my husband cut my son's hair off. I still irked. My son is It's devastated, which government should be ashamed of. Oh yeah, definitely. The problems we have in this country, like just the government should be ashamed of. I concur 100%. We should not have homelessness with the amount of automation we have. I don't want to see anybody homeless and like I didn't. All right. So I'm gonna keep spinning this wire up. This will all make sense here in a moment what I'm doing. I know it's like, wait, weren't you making a ring? Like, what are you doing there? But just give it 1 second. I promise you, it's all gonna just like make sense here in 1 minute. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. We're gonna do a coiled coil. Which is in itself a fairly easy tactic to do. But I need more of a coil. It was going to make being homeless illegal. Yeah, that's not surprising. Yeah, you know, like, times are hard, and I know times are hard. I'm going through hard times myself. During the festival that was happening downtown, like, I had 2 homeless people that came up and were entranced with my stuff, and they both walked away with something. Uh, One of them was able to come off of $5, which probably would have been spent on a tall boy or something. Like, that is something else we really got to work on in this country is addiction problems, which it's easy to get, like, become addicted to something when you're homeless. Like, it's the fucking culture of it. Yeah, there's no other way to deal with the despair and such. And then the other lady was just so entranced, I had to give her, and they both were like really digging on like just a simple, the one wanted or liked a $15 Montana agate pendant, and the other, I think it was a moonstone. It was a simple moonstone piece, though. Like, I'll show that before we're done here tonight, too, at the very least, because that's an easy pendant to make. Like, show everyone how to make that. Okay. That actually works pretty well. We're going to twist this around. Okay. And how did I stop? Oh, I got arrested. I had made some very poor choices that I just like, yeah. And I got picked up. And so it was really like, while it was one of the worst days of my life, it was also a blessing and a curse because it saved my life. Unfortunately, I was a dumbass and caused so much damage along the way. I really wish I would have never met them doctors. But then again, like, if it wasn't one doctor, it would have been another. I mean, it's not like my hip isn't on sideways. Sure, Kelly, that's not a bad idea. Actually, I was having a similar thought the other day up here in Montana. Like, why don't we have those? You know, and I will say, I try not to get political on here, but I do think we should be more community orientated in this country. Like, and it's only because I understand things like automation and, well, hell, politics too, but automation, physics, light amounts of mechanical engineering, and just things that make me, like, help me understand that it's almost unreasonable for us to have a homelessness problem in this country, let alone on the planet. Well, that is true. I don't know that it's gonna matter much longer, Kelly. I don't know. I try not to be all doom and gloom on it, and just make my jewelry and hope that I get it together before it all falls apart. Which is why next week I need to get that Tanzanite ring done. Sorry, I'm still here. I just got an inquiry from Mercari, something about a wrong item, and I will lose my. Well, no, I won't. I won't actually lose anything on them, but it is always scary when Mercari does stuff like that. Ah, dear. Well, that's delightful. Okay. You know what? F them. Yeah, Kelly, I'll be around. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to begrudge somebody making money off of property, work, so on and so forth. There's a difference between me and being an asshole uh, about it. Although, like, something a lot of those people don't think of for, like, a lot of people, period, don't think of, and I'll just give an example for, like, disabled people. Shit, I am terrified because this is, I have to do what I'm doing right now. My apartment alone, the rent is twice as much as I make on disability. It is the only place I've been able to find in a year and a half of looking. And if remember, I was looking so hard that I was looking at like 6 bedrooms. Like, if I didn't find Vaughn last or 18 months ago and start wire wrapping, I'd be so screwed right now. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd have no money. I wouldn't make rent next month. Okay, and I'm doing it again. Oh, by the way, quick look at the front of this ring. So I'm going kind of that heady style. Didn't need to 100% do that method. However, the aquamarine wasn't holding the best I've ever seen, that's for sure. So I just wanted to make sure. So the quickest way to wrap or coil by hand is this. Now you can do it with a drill, but I'm always afraid to put my artwork on the end of a drill. I'll just put a piece of wire though and drill a piece of wire if I'm making one of these sometimes. Storm here. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Lisa. I hope you don't lose me either. Because I'm still going to make one more pendant tonight at least for everybody. Like, I just wanted to go like full bore tutorial wire wrap mode. So we literally like restarted the tutorial so that I would catch people's attention for it. So there are two problems for the low income and such. First off, we have one company that has been or actually two specific companies that have been going around, and they will find all these very cheap houses and they are buying them and they are for rentals. They're not overcharging for them, but they are like, you have to have a 600 credit score to rent from us. You cannot have a criminal record of any kind to rent from us. You have to have a job that makes 3 times what rent is to rent from us, so on and so forth. And they're literally like buying everything that is available on the market that's low income. Then again, like because of me getting picked up like I did, because of my poor choices, that made it so I had to basically go to private landlords. And most private landlords, actually everybody, is getting, like, I had to update, what's it called? Craigslist every 10 minutes because listings were going up and then they'd be taken off 10 minutes later by the owner because it'd be filled. I got a hold of one lady I remember, and she had it set up so her phone would transfer over to her cell phone so other phones could come in on the house phone. And she received 3 other freaking calls while I was on the phone with her for 5-6 minutes. And so, yeah, there are so many people applying for every place that it didn't matter where I applied. There was somebody who who looked better on paper than I did. Period. Yeah, like I said, I live in a small 2-bedroom now, and it is $1,500 a month. And that is the guy being very, very generous and kind to us again. Like, I want to, like, continue to point that out. That is not a complaint. That's a thank God that the rent is only $1,500. But at the same time, like, seriously, what is going on? Where I watched a trailer recently sell. It was on a lot that was barely big enough for that trailer, and it sold for over $250,000. Every place I have seen is in a bidding war in this area. I live in what's considered. Oh, it's more than I make on disability too, Lisa. Hell, to be honest, technically, like, when my disability, and then my roommate's job, I still, like, I have to do this wire wrapping thing to keep up. The deposit fucking killed my bank account. Okay. So okay. And so we take this wire that I just coiled, and then there's the other one, and we just gently twist this wire around. Slowly but surely, we twist this wire around. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a beautiful, beautiful aquamarine. And it comes to us all the way from Vietnam. What a beautiful example of this aquamarine. I don't know. I'm wanting to, like, play JTV, or not JTV, GSN, Gem Shopping Network, right now. Those guys are asshats, though. I'm not going to be like that. Yay, Kelly! Hey, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody who is here right now. I noticed there are a lot of people, and I also noticed I have like 8 thumbs up, which is more thumbs up than I think I've ever had before during the stream. So I really just want to take a moment and say thank you, everybody. You are amazing, awesome, and I love y'all for being here. Yeah, no matter what. You are good enough. Yeah, it is slowly taking off, I'm noticing. Kelly. I didn't think I would get to where I'm at today, but it's happening slowly. Slowly but surely, it's happening. Now, I do need to take a moment and wait, I have rain. Hey, listen here. JTV, actually, I prefer JTV. Their policy of being kind and interacting with their customers the way they do, I think, is much more genuine versus Gem Shopping Network. Obviously, you can tell those guys are just in it for the money for the most part. Like, where at least like JTV is also in it for the money. However, they can at least pretend like they're not, which is kind of nice. I don't know if I have rain right now. Do I have rain? Wait, Kelly, do you know where I live? I don't know, honestly. I want to say it was HSN or something, like Home Shopping Network. I could be wrong. I like totally could be wrong. I really don't know. For some reason, Home Shopping Network is coming up in my mind right now. So, hey, super durable. Look at that. Well, I know Pro's not here. Okay. So, what we're going to do for the moment is we're now going to flatten these square wires. We're going to go underneath, and I'm going to find all these wires that are still left over. I will artifacts from the wrap. And I'm going to find a way to sneakily get rid of them, as sneaky as possible. And I want to have them wrap around something and then end out or tie them out. So I'm going to wrap this one around this a few times and then cut. I don't remember either. Don't like don't beat yourself up over that one. Oh no, I'm not wrapping it like that. I will. Yeah, I will do that first. 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I don't even need to do 4. Okay. Boom. Cut. It is 24 gauge after all. And crimp. Cut and crimp. Oh man, I couldn't handle that, Kelly. I don't have the energy, the mental acumen that it would take. So I credit thee for being such a badass to be able to have kids. Like I literally couldn't handle raising kids, so I doff my hat to thee. Congratulations. You are, yeah. It's something I like used to wish I had, but we're past that now. So something I'm noticing, I'm going to have to change this. Okay, so now cat is great. I love my cat. Like, he comes in, he gets love, he leaves with the attitude like he owns the place, and I'm totally okay with that. How am I going to do this? Hey, Kelly, you saw the cat tags that I'm making now, right? If anybody wants a customized kitty tag, let me know. We'll work something out. So, boom. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, got it. Seriously, sometimes wire wrapping is so much more challenging than it really needs to be. I swear. The more I learn about it, the more I do it. I'm just like, why does this need to be such a pain in the butt? All right. And kaboom it boom boom. That's, yeah. Perfect. I'm actually just gonna tie it off just like that. Screw it. Let it wrap in and under. And yeah, this whole process here of tying things out is like very, very improvisational. Just find a way to pull it off and cut things. Just get them cut out. That's the important part. Sometimes best, and like something I need to get better about is cutting off sooner, utilizing less wire, because sometimes less is more. Wait, what? The cat? Okay, that's That's a new one. Hey, teach your own. I wish I could teach my cat to use the toilet. Like, that would be good. All right. Holy shiza. There is your Vietnamese aquamarine heady style wire wrap ring. It really didn't go the way I was envisioning it, but it just didn't want to hold itself in right. I'm gonna have to go over that design again and like work out whatever bug happened there, because it wasn't supposed to be a honker. It was actually supposed to be a little thinner than that. So let's see here. What time is it? It's 9:34. Relatively speaking, I have had a lot later runs. So we definitely have time for at least one more. Did sell quite a bit of freaking. I'm looking at like. Holy crap, that's got a great purple flash. What's it doing in this box? Fuck. Wrong box. Sorry, I have a labradorite box that's specifically meant for like super flash labradorite. Like I just found in that one. Show them how to do that wrap. That'd work. Any others? Yeah, let's take a synthetic opal. I don't do synthetic opals much. I have no idea why the White House is calculating the cost of the Death Star. That was just a quick short that I came across, and it did not surprise me. Although I am surprised by who. Well, no, I'm not surprised by who ended up causing that madness, because yeah, that it sounds about right. See, that is definitely okay. There it is. So I am taking a rather long piece of 24 gauge. Well, okay, I'm gonna grab a monster. I'll be right back. Apparently, it was Obama time. I'll explain. It was a petition by the people. Hey, Mia. Yeah, monster just didn't want to come loose easy. All right, I'm back. So, Death Star. Yeah, apparently there was a petition, and the White House ended up calculating the cost of the Death Star and other metrics of the Death Star. Well, somehow I don't know. I have no idea how that when it came about, okay? Like, I do wonder, but it does. You know what, Iris, I would love some fact checking about this. All right. So, we have 24 gauge square. And then what I didn't think of is I'm going to need 24 gauge half round for this project as well. But not as much. Okay, there we go. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, Kelly. But like they figured out like the cost of it and its power outputs and so on and so forth. All right, so a really simple pendant, everyone. Like super simple. This works with either an oval or a round or oval or teardrop cabochon. However, it can be used on other types of cabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you basically need 4 pieces of square wire. I am using 24 gauge square. You do not need to use 24 gauge square for this to work. You might need to use it if you're doing it on a very small cab, which is my plan. Right now, which irritates me. This here is a $23 Opal. Seriously, like, I don't know how the hell that's a thing. I will be buying in the next week some opals. I do have to get a tanzanite order done, but I mean, opals are what we're selling, so we're doing some more opals. Speaking of which, when I get the opals, I will do a live stream or either a live stream or a tutorial on that. Iris, chill out a bit. I'm not disagreeing with you. Actually, no. My vaping is nicotine. I have thought about it. I really have thought about it, but I feel like if I start vaping THC, I'll end up with a mask like Darth Vader or Bane. More like Darth Vader, though. Speaking, since we're talking about Star Wars. That is constantly pumping THC into me because I know how I am, and then it'll just go downhill from there, possibly. So no, I do stay away from that for myself. I am not against anybody else smoke. Like, again, I just went um I just went downtown when our city threw a 420 festival in the middle of our downtown and sold a bunch of pendants there. I just didn't partake. I was one of the few people who was probably sober there. It's just I have nothing against any the use of any substance. I just can't do it myself. It goes poorly for me. Although I do understand that the massive amounts of caffeine and nicotine that I ingest on a minutely basis. Okay, so we have another opal. This opal, thankfully, did not cost $23. However, I'm going to use it instead. No, I'm going to use the one that's not so nice. Well, I don't know. Which one has a better color? Yeah, no, we're going to use the clear one. My philosophy when it comes to opals is that the more color an opal has, the nicer it is. So, we take the opal and we put it in. Oh, yeah, no, my bad. First, we take and we tie off one of our cords. Now, I'm using 24 gauge half round on the bottom. And so I cut that off. And then I crimp. And then we bring this one up. And these two will come together at about the height of whatever it is we're using or making. Lisa, it can. It can help. A lot of things can help. And I would say there is nothing wrong with giving it a try for pain. I mean, I would also say there's nothing wrong with just giving it a try. Like, if you, especially when you're a full grown adult, like, do what you gotta do. Sometimes it helps you become more social, have more fun. Like, it can improve your quality of life in many different ways, possibly. It's like anything, you just have to manage it carefully. Alcohol is what is really dangerous for me. I start drinking and I do very, very stupid things. So will attest the scars on my arms and hands. So you make a frame. And then at the top, you spin your bail. Now, you can do this in several ways. Like the pattern I showed you for your ring, or for that ring, Works great for bales. Seriously, like amazing bales. It also works great for rings or just detail. Like that's the cool thing about all of these patterns is they can be interchanged and you can use them to come up with new cool things. Iris, I agree. It would be nice. Although at the same time, I would also like to see people treat each other with kindness and compassion and just a little more attempt at understanding. Especially in this country. I feel like a lot of our country has a problem with being on a high horse. Okay. Just keep spinning along until you know you got yourself a long enough bale. Now this is an important one for making sure that you like don't overuse. God damn it. Did I just seriously do that? Ah, I found it. Cool. You really got to make sure that you cut this a little sooner than you would on a lot of other designs. So, and with that said, I'm almost wondering if I might be able to pull one of my other designs out of this piece. We'll see. We're going to set the leftover wire to the side because I'm going to give it a shot. And then okay, so we have this. Now we set the opal on this, and it's crazy how easy this ends up becoming. Separate your 3 wires in order, coming from, so the front is out furthest and the back is all the way in the back. Hey Kelly, you have yourself a great night and a great day tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming by, and please remember, you are amazing. If no one else is gonna say it, I will. I'm sure there are plenty of people saying it, but if no one else is, just know I am. And then we take one of the back wires This is actually, it's a wee bit hard to hold for the first couple of wires, but once you get that far, it just all falls into place. Absolutely, Kelly. So you wrap the one wire like so, and then you wrap it one more time around, come around to the back, and just tie it out. Super, super quick, simple, easy. Make sure to tie it out real tight, because this pendant, like, I mean, to be fair, I have these on my like $10 display for a reason. But aw. Then you take the corresponding back wire on the other side and you cross it over the top. And you do another swirl. This one you can swirl in front of the pendant. Go ahead and leave it there, because I have an idea to help be less bulky and give a little more finazzle in the end. Then you go to the other side and grab the next wire in line, like that. So it would be, come on, please. Okay. So then you grab the next wire, the one in the middle, and you wrap it so it comes over and behind. I usually try to wrap these ones to come up and over and down, and then to tie out like here, which very well may work out again. Usually does. So yeah, I like that. But just gotta make sure you got it tight enough. And then we'll cut it short. And tuck this right inside. And then cut it. Then we go to the other side and we toss the corresponding wire the same route. But this time, let it go up and behind, and we're going to have it actually join with this wire. I have something I'm going to do with it before I'm done. Then we're going to grab this guy again. And if you look, you see what's happening here. So we'll grab this one. Yeah, hey Tish, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you being here. And again, if you're leaving, just remember you're amazing and you are enough. So now we're going to cut this. Going to turn, yep, there we go. And then we have this last one on this side. I don't know that I need 3 wires for this idea. Oh, fuck it, it can't hurt. All right. So now we basically have this awesome crisscross in front, and then these 3 wires here, which I got to deal with still. And that's where we pull out the nylon jaw pliers. Straighten them out. And you can do so much with these 3 wires right now. Like, this is completely up to your artistic discretion. I think I'm going to do a full loop up. I'm going to drop one right here, which is where it will basically, in a like hidden way, I'll drop it out where I tighten it around the bail here, bring it back out, versus these, which will also tighten around the bail, but they, on the other hand, I will instead, this can be slightly more difficult than one anticipates if one is not careful. All right, there we go. Definitely the best way. When I say best way, like the best way I've done it so far, personally. You may have something you like doing with these way more than anything I'm doing here. But I basically just wrapped this up and around in the bail, dropping it out, and then these come up around the bail once, and then around the bail up top again, where they will go back under, come back out, and get cut off. After getting crimped or smushed. Take your pick on the verbiage. Too short. Oh well. There we go. And then we have this one wire here. Cut it. and just give it a little like accenting swirl. Boom. It's a little hard at first to tell exactly what this it's good for. So, give me 1 second. I'm grabbing a little extra material here. Something I got super lucky to snag recently. Didn't even know it. Never seen him there before. Probably never see him there again. But I found me a couple box chains at Joann's Fabric. So what I'm going to do here is find me a place to take off the wrapper of said box chain. Holy crap. Like, it doesn't need to be super crazy. Like, they wrapped this fucking box chain like it's like fucking secret or something. Okay, there we go. Alright, back I am. And going to need my box. Alright, and so I grab a little itty bitty oh, don't you be this way to me, box chain. It's the smallest one. If you think I can't find other ways to keep you as a chain or utilize you as a chain, you are sadly mistaken. Alright, well, it doesn't want to work right off the bat, but what the box chain does not know is that this is not the first time I've had something like box chain defy me. And we just gotta get ourselves through it. There we go. So, I know that a regular round clasp, or if I just do a regular what's it called? That one thing. Whatever it's called, it won't work in this situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to tie this in a knot around. To make the circle thing. These chains can be a pain. And see, what sucks is it's plated, so I can't take fire and just solder stuff together. Like, that's what I would prefer to do in this type of a situ or any chains like anymore. If I'm making the chain, I just want to solder it together. Because it's like 100% safe that way. But you can't always get what you want. You don't always get what you want. Okay, so now I need fucking bullshit is this? Man, goddamn working. There we go. Working lobster claw. We take the other side. We slip a similar piece of the. Yes, that's exactly what the word I was looking for was jumping. Yeah, you nailed it. Thank you. Sometimes we get tired. Oh yeah, this time this went through it perfectly. Oh, that's okay. We'll just slip on the lobster claw. Down. Make it so that it's a smaller ring. It doesn't have to be totally gigantor. Hey, thank you, Tish. I really, really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe. We do this a lot. I've got a tutorial coming out tomorrow, tutorial number 4 on polishing. And yeah, always feel free to hit me up on Reddit or celestialreach.etsy.com. You can find me in the wire wrapping section of Edit. Here we go. We now have a cute little opal necklace. Look at that. And so, okay, I made this in an hour. The opal was overpriced. I'm going to cut it down in my head. The chain plus this here, $8. And handmade opal pendant. A little over 15. So I'm going to say like $25 and boom, we have a necklace, or somebody has a necklace. Cheap, affordable, but pretty. I mean, it's still an opal necklace and it does actually have fire. It's just hard to see it, like, for some reason in this camera, although it's not like it's got a bunch of fire. So thank you, Tish. I appreciate all of you for coming by. Tish, before you leave, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm gonna include you because you are here. If you are here right now, please say something. I am going to write down. If you want to include yourself, say something. The statement "lovely" is the line, basically. I mean, I guess I should include Kelly. Fuck it. Have a Good Night, Kelly by Iris is the line. Iris. But you don't gotta say lovely, Lisa. You're good. I was just trying to get anybody else who wants to join the giveaway. I have, and before I roll the dice, we'll talk about it for a second. Iris is, yeah. Lisa. Kelly. Tish. Okay. That's who I have right now that I see. Lisa, Tish, Kelly, Iris. Am I missing anybody who is still here in this I mean, honestly, I am totally okay. 4 gives me a perfect number for this dice. So if you speak now, you are effing that up for me. We're at 2 minutes and 58 seconds and 2 hours, 58 minutes and 35 seconds. When the time rolls over 3 hours, I will do the giveaway. We with crafting supplies, people? Or jewelry? Is there one that you would rather have than the other? Something, Leandra. You are registered. Good timing, Leandra, too. That was something special there. Jewelry? Okay, we got one person saying jewelry. We got one person saying craft. Supplies. You know what? I know how I'll do this. I will work specifically with the winner. That way, the winner gets exactly what the winner, or not exactly, because I can't afford a dumb amount, but we'll talk $20 item or $20 gift pack, something like that, more randomly picked, but they can pick one or the or jewelry or rings is I can go with that. Lisa. Is there more than one Lisa? Boom. 3 minutes. Okay, 3, 4, 5. No, you're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. All right, so 11 or 12 is a roll again. Iris is 1 and 2, Lisa's 3 and 4, Kelly's 5 and 6, Tish is 7 and 8, and Leandra is 9 and 10. 7, Tish. Welcome. Hit me up on celestialreach.etsy.com, please. If you can. Just send me a message there, and we'll work out, a small little like copper pendant or something to that effect. Everybody, I appreciate you all so much for being here tonight. I think I'll probably be doing more of these giveaways for a while. They won't be anything big, just small little giveaways, but we'll celestialreach.etsy.com. And yeah, I'll keep doing tutorials. Again, tutorial will be coming out tomorrow on my polishing process, which that polishing process turns something like this into something like this. Like it mirrors everything, and yeah. Thank you, Iris. Really a really cool thing to learn. Everybody have a wonderful night. Keep crafting. Love yourself. Always remember you are enough. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I have to go get ready for my show tomorrow. My last winter's market for this season. Yes, I can. I will put it in the description of this. This will reboot, and the shop will be there. Thank you very much, everybody.